This was the first time the man, David, had traveled to India for business. Yet by chance, he noticed a small, pitiful beggar following him closely. Feeling annoyed, David dug a few coins out of his pocket, and while giving them to the boy, insulted him. What David could never have imagined was that the beggar not only understood the insult, but also threw all the coins back to the ground. Sometime later, while David was squatting in an airport restroom, he suddenly realized that the same beggar who had taken his 5 coins had inexplicably followed him there. Furious, David folded up his newspaper, ready to rush out and teach the greedy boy a lesson. But suddenly, the beggar unleashed a surge of strength, knocking the 800-pound David to the ground, and then bizarrely dragged him out of the restroom. The scene then shifted. David's flight landed at Washington, D.C. Accompanied by a hotel bellhop, David walked into his assigned room with a vacant expression. The bellhop dutifully carried in his luggage and waited for David to tip it. But to his surprise, the normally generous David turned his back and showed no intention of giving a tip. Resigned, the bellhop left the room. David collapsed onto the bed like a deflated balloon. Suddenly, an inexplicable torrent of blood began pouring from his body, instantly staining the pristine hotel sheets crimson. His eyes turned an eerie red. The next day, when police arrived at the hotel, they found no signs of struggle and no indications of viral infection. All they discovered were a set of fingerprints, about the size of a child's hand, on the edge of the sheets. The origin of these prints remained unknown. However, when Dana conducted an autopsy on David, she found something even more baffling. It was as if he had swallowed an entire elephant. Most of his internal organs had been inexplicably ruptured. If David had been transporting flour with his body, there would normally have been at least some residue, but Dana found none. Even more confounding was the timeline. David had clearly died in the hotel room the previous night, yet the estimated time of death was 24 to 36 hours earlier. This meant that David had seen God even before he had set foot in India. The following day, Agent Doug called the Indian consulate to inquire about any related incidents and received a shocking revelation.